Lance Black, creator of When We Rise, thank you so much for joining us on Hot Topics. How you doing this morning?
I'm great. It's so good to be with you.
Good, good. So tell us a little bit about this miniseries and why it's so personal for you.
Well, you know, I grew up in a southern conservative military home. My family is in Texas, in Arkansas, and Louisiana, in the Army, either Southern Baptist or Mormon. And I grew up watching ABC. It's the station my mom would let me watch unattended. It was the family station. And so when I heard 4 years ago that ABC was interested in telling an LGBT history, I said, oh, okay, boy, I'm gonna tell some LGBT history, but more than that, I'm gonna introduce my LGBT family to my Southern family, because it's about time we do that. Because I know we're living in some pretty divisive times. I think that there's a common language. I think we got a lot in common. Having grown up in the Southern world and now being on the coasts, I can tell you loud and clear, I still prefer a barbecue in Texas to being at a beach party in Los Angeles. And it's about time my good family in the South meets my LGBT family. That's what this show is for me.
You mentioned that you started working on this show 4 years ago, but I mean, literally just this week, this is so timely. We're going to learn about the history of the LGBT community in the 90s, and then we're still fighting today for rights. Yeah,
we are, and I have to say, there are so many misconceptions about LGBT people, and I'm hoping that this dispels some of those myths and some of those distortions and those lies that have been out there. I mean, I don't think most people are bigoted. I don't. I think that, like my mom, who at first was homophobic, once she got to know me and my friends, she realized that all those things she had heard weren't true. And she came to be incredibly supportive of me and my friends. And I think that being able to tell this history right now it could be quite life-saving. I think that for young LGBT people out there who are feeling very alone and isolated with all of this divisive language that they're hearing from their leaders, it'll be good to see a series that says, no, actually, we've got more in common than you think. And beyond that, I'll say, we named it When We Rise for a reason. This isn't when I rise or you rise, or even LGBT people rise. These characters are based on real people who have fought for racial equality, for peace in this world, for women's equality. And the we goes beyond anything LGBT. It's saying loud and clear, every single one of us in this world who's a little bit different, and let's just be clear about that, every single person in this world's a little bit different, they've got an interest in When We Rise. They got an interest in fighting for their neighbor's right to be treated equally despite their differences too.
Excellent. Well, Lance, thank you so much for joining us, and make sure to tune in to When We Rise on February 27th.